All right, so today we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating. The invisible scripts that are in a lot of ways running our lives. We're talking about the chemical, social, and financial codes that are constantly shaping our decisions, our relationships, and our futures. So let's figure out how to start writing our own.
I mean, think about it for a second. Are you really in the driver's seat? It's a simple question, right? But the answer is way more complicated than you might think. Because every single day, you're being influenced by these powerful pre-written programs that guide your actions. And a lot of the time, you don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, you can think of these like the operating systems running in the background of your life. You've got the chemical script, which is basically written by your own biology. Then there's the social script, shaped by all the psychological games people play. And finally, the financial script, which is like a blueprint that can lead you straight to debt or, to freedom. So let's break them down, one by one.
Okay, first up, the chemical code. This script is all about how different substances can literally hijack your brain's reward system. They convince you that what feels good right now is the same as what's actually good for you.
And you see this pattern everywhere, right? That morning coffee doesn't actually create energy. It just tricks your brain into ignoring how tired you are. Alcohol? Well, it slows down your brain, but fools you into feeling more confident. And something like cocaine? It delivers this incredible, powerful euphoria, but the crash that follows is just as intense. It's like each one is a deal where you're borrowing a feeling from tomorrow, and believe me, the interest rates are steep.
And if you want to see the most dangerous version of that cycle, look no further than opioids. The high is this feeling of pure safety and warmth. It's described as sinking into the world's softest blanket. But the come down, it isn't just a crash. It's a complete physical and psychological nightmare. Every nerve in your body just screams for more, making life without it feel completely, utterly unbearable. So here's the thing you got to understand. Addiction isn't just a bad habit. It's a fundamental rewriting of that chemical script. Your brain's own survival system gets totally hijacked. It's tricked into believing that the drug is just as essential as air or water. And eventually it becomes the only thing that matters, at the cost of everything and everyone else.
Okay. So now let's switch gears and talk about the social game. This script isn't about chemicals you put in your body, but about the words and behaviors from other people that are designed to control your entire perception of reality.
You've probably heard the term gaslighting, and it is one of the most insidious forms of manipulation out there, mostly because it's so quiet. It's not usually a big, dramatic fight. It's this slow, subtle rewriting of the story over and over again. They'll tell you, that never happened, or you're just being too sensitive. Until, little by little, you start to actually doubt your own mind.
And this right here, this is the end goal. This quote just captures it perfectly. After enough of those subtle denials, enough of that questioning, you stop trusting your own memory. You stop trusting your own feelings. And you get to a place where you genuinely start to believe that maybe you are the one who's crazy, that you're the one who's the problem.
Now, if you've ever felt that way, you might have experienced a very specific tactic called the Darvo method. It's basically a 3-step playbook for avoiding accountability. First, they deny what happened. Then, they attack you for even having the nerve to bring it up. And finally, this is the masterstroke, they reverse the roles of victim and offender. They make it seem like they are the ones who've been wronged. And all of a sudden, you find yourself apologizing to the very person who hurt you. It's wild.
Another really powerful manipulation tactic is love bombing, and it usually happens in 2 very distinct phases. Phase 1 feels incredible, and that's the whole point. They create this intoxicating high of adoration and affection just to get you hooked. But it's not real affection, it's intensity. And then comes phase 2. Once they feel like they have you, they pull back. They turn off the affection, and they leave you scrambling to try and win back this perfect person who, let's be honest, never really existed in the first place. It's pure control disguised as romance.
Okay, finally, let's look at the financial blueprint. This script is all about the path you take to security and freedom. And unlike the other two, this is one you can actually consciously choose to follow, or completely rewrite.
So, broadly speaking, there are 2 main blueprints, and each one is driven by a totally different mindset. You've got the average Joe script, which prioritizes security. The goal here is a predictable life, built through 40 years of steady work and saving. Then you have the entrepreneurial script, which prioritizes freedom and ownership. That one means sacrificing stability, embracing constant risk, and failing a lot, all to build something of your own. Look, neither path is right or wrong, but they are fundamentally different scripts for life.
And hey, don't underestimate the power of that security-focused script. The data actually shows that the average American who sticks to that path, saving consistently over their career, retires with a net worth of about $1.8 million. That's a serious testament to how discipline and time can build a life of genuine financial security.
So what's the engine behind that path? Compound interest. It's this silent force that is either working for you or against you. And the key insight here, the most powerful financial tool you have, is time. Because time is the fuel for compound interest. With enough time, your money starts making its own money. Without it, you're fighting this slow burn that can turn a tiny little debt into a massive financial fire.
Okay, so let's bring all these scripts together. We've looked at the chemical, the social, and the financial codes that are secretly running our lives. So what's the point of seeing all this? Why does it matter?
Well, first, we saw how the chemical code can literally hijack your biology. It rewrites your most basic survival instincts, turning something that just feels good into something that feels absolutely essential, even when it's destroying you.
Then the social game showed us how your perception of reality itself can be twisted and manipulated. Through all these subtle tactics, other people can make you doubt your own mind for their own benefit, just eroding your confidence from the outside in.
And finally, the financial blueprint shows us that your future isn't just something that happens to you. It's a path that you can intentionally design, whether you choose that steady road to security or the risky uphill climb toward ownership.
So here's the big takeaway. The reason to see these scripts isn't to make you paranoid or scared. It's to give you power. It's about freedom. Awareness is like a flashlight that exposes all the hidden wiring. And once you can see the code, you're no longer just a character playing a part in someone else's story. You get to become the author.
That awareness is what gives you the choice. You can follow the script, you can modify it, or you can just delete it and start writing a brand new one from scratch. So the real question is, now that you can see them, which one will you choose to rewrite?